Hello everyone and welcome to the second episode of the KRCA Podcast. I'm your host Liam and Jasper, also known as Quirks.
I am also your host, Jasper Murray, and Isaac could not join us for this episode.
And I guess I'm a guest, Antonio. I'm a rule solver. My YouTube channel is rules, and yeah, my main event is one-handed, and I'm pretty slow at one-handed.
Sure.
And I'm Arisandra Sue, also known as Ari is sleeping on the Instagrams. I'm like okay at 3x3, I guess.
Sweet. So should we just go into the first segment?
Okay.
So yeah, we asked for comments for episode 2 and episode 1, but we got a massive amount of 2 comments.
Whole two high quality questions right here. Like, it's pretty hype. Like, it's gonna be a in-depth Q&A.
Yeah, and both of them are from the KRCA group anyway.
Wait, who's Sniper XD though? Oh, okay. Anyway.
So we'll just answer all these questions and give our own opinions on it. The first one probably doesn't apply to both of you.
So.
Do you want to do it, Jasper?
Okay, first question from Adwihan. When do you guys expect to average sub 10 on 3x3 asking for a friend? So, personally, I kind of average sub 10 on 3x3, probably enough to say that I do, because I've done it twice officially. So, it took me about a year and a half, but that was with a lot of, like, fluffing around and, like, not doing any practice or, like, doing other events and stuff. So, I feel like if you're really hardcore about what you need to do, then you could probably get it done in just under a year. But I say, like, probably for most people, like, it'll take, like, 2 years if you're practicing a lot. So 1 to 2 years.
You think you'll average sub 10 in 1 to 2 years?
Probably something like that, if you practice quite well.
I'm averaging about 13 now, and I don't actually, because I'm more of an all-rounder, I practice a lot of different events and don't really focus on one. Apart from, like, clock maybe, which I've been doing recently just because it's easier to get better on. But, I think I might start, like, getting way better at 3x3, so it might take also around a year or so, if I just constantly focus on that.
Well, I've been like grinding since, I don't know, late 2017 to just 3x3, and like I'm sub 9 now and sub 10 officially. I guess for me all it took was full OLL PLL, planning cross and being like okay with F2L pairs, and that was like really it.
Yeah.
And
for
like,
me, I've basically been averaging the same for the past 2 years.
Yeah, good job.
Because I only practice one-handed, so yeah, there's that.
Don't you have a sub 10 average OH?
Yeah, I have a sub 10 PB average of 5, but only 1.
Nice.
So yeah, it's like not really. I'm not globally sub 10 on one-handed yet, and I don't think I am for two-handed.
You average out the same on both,
I honestly
right?
don't know though.
You'd think you'd have to be sub 10 on 2H to be able to become sub 10 on one-handed though, wouldn't you?
No, I really don't think so.
If you use
like,
Rue, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, and Hugo, the European record holder, I believe, he uses CFOP and is like two-handed global is like mid-9, and he's sub 11 one-handed, and that's with CFOP. So it's like, I really feel like it's possible to be sub 10 one-handed without, like, and averaging the same one-handed and two-handed, basically. I think it's possible.
Yeah, I guess just the turning, just getting used to OH turning, which like I'm trash at, but
Yeah, I always thought it was like Ruby
Yeah.
had to be just decent at to actually get fast OH on. But I've never actually seen
You don't even need to
Yeah.
be decent.
I've never really seen anyone
can be
who's
garbage.
just decent at CFOP who's actually good at OH, really. I've only seen people who are really fast, like, well, not really fast, but
Well, there's
Yeah.
Hugo.
yeah.
That's
what I
like
mean.
the only example I know.
Now we've got a much more detailed,
Yeah, this is a
in-depth
much more important
question that's
question.
going to have a much more interesting discussion, which is pineapple on pizza, and that's from Sniper XD1235.
No.
Yes.
no.
It depends.
Yes, best pizza
What?
top
No.
Depends.
No.
No, yeah.
It doesn't depend. Just no.
It's just no. It pretty much just yeah. No, please.
It's like one topping you have
That's-
to feel like when you want to have it. Like, I
That's
feel
bad.
like pineapple, but some just don't.
I just always have it.
I prefer
No, it's
anything else,
just
though,
no.
but it's still not bad.
Okay,
That was very
so
important.
now, yeah.
So I guess we'll get on to the debate segment. That segment was really short though, because okay, we need you guys to comment for the next episode, okay, please. Yeah. So I guess we'll do the debate segment now. So we have another 3 questions that we'll give our own opinions on. So, first one is scuba a good event?
No. Just stop. Primarily because I haven't bothered to solve one yet.
Wait, what?
Scuba is not really that bad. It's one of those events where it's like pretty easy to get good at it. Unlike Pyrrha, it's like kind of similar to Pyrrha in how they're both short events and rely on a lot of luck. But Pyrrha is
But
an
not
event
like 2x2.
where it's hard to be bad at, and Scuba is an event where it's easy to be good at, in my experience.
Yeah.
Like bad being like I don't know, over 15 seconds.
No,
Yeah.
my Pyrrha Worlds was like, I don't know, 22 seconds and I didn't make cutoff.
I didn't make the
Do
cutoffs
that.
either, but that's
I
fine.
made cutoffs, but I still did really bad for me. Because I was hoping to get like maybe a sub 6 average. Jasper averages like low 3. But yeah.
But Liam, you didn't
I
practice.
did practice like a few days in Melbourne. But I mean, I
Okay.
did want a low 6, like a very low 6 or a sub 6, and I got like a 7.5 average. I got a 15 on my last solo, I think, which ruined everything.
I think
I mean, Paramix is at like every competition basically, so
Not
you don't have
really.
a chance.
I think it's the
Yeah.
only one I've really done this year, actually. It's the first time I competed this year. And I've been
Oh, that's
to
weird.
4 comps this year.
the only times I've like solved pyramids are like officially, so like haven't
Should
bothered.
we like go back onto the topic of Scube now, or?
Scuba, no,
Yeah.
well I can't say much on Scuba either,
I
so
mean,
Well, Scube is like, this started because Liam was saying on Discord that
Yeah.
Scube is a bad event, but we argued that Liam is not qualified to say whether or not Scube is good.
I used to practice Scuba a lot, and I got down to like sub 5 at some point, and I stopped practicing now. But basically with Scuba, it's kind of fun how like Sledgehammer and Hedge Slammer are really fun finger tricks to do,
Yeah.
and that's basically all you do if you use like Cyrus Intermediate or Advanced, and it only really starts getting like serious when you learn like NS.
yeah. I don't know like much about Scube at all,
So-
because I've tried to learn how to sledge so many times and I just can't. I don't know why. It's probably why I say it's bad, is because I can't do anything in it.
So I average like 5 or 6 on Scube with intermediate. I've fluked a sub 5 official average and never practiced it since. So the main reason we're going to do this is because Isaac, his main event is Scube, and he knows full advanced, but he's not here, so...
Just Isaac or Dwayne? Yeah, okay.
I
Isaac.
used to know Cyrus Advanced, but then I stopped practicing right after I learned Cyrus Advanced, because I believe one-handed started existing. It's either that or 2x2. I forgot which event it was.
Okay.
Okay, anyone else have anything to say on this topic?
Scube is bad.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
I think Scube is a good event, but it's like not good enough.
I don't find it fun, but I definitely don't think it should be removed or anything. It's still, I can see how people
But
like
see-
it, but
see,
it's
this-
not my type of event.
this begs the question: what counts as a good event?
Well,
Nothing.
I think the
Nothing.
criteria we should
Can't go
use is
two-handed.
like how much the luck plays a factor compared to skill.
You cut out so much.
Does it so that just makes it an event good if like there's more skill involved,
Yeah.
right?
So it's
okay.
like 2x2 would be the worst, and then like 5x5 or 7x7 would be the best, because like, or like blind
I
or something.
mean,
Because in
The blind is luck based, unless it's big blind.
but like,
Yeah.
But
yeah,
even,
big
I think
blind.
big blind is somewhat luck based. I don't know that.
if you
Yes,
for a fact.
say like the best events are the hardest ones, that's saying that like 7x7 and 5-line stuff are considered the best events, but 3x3 would be pretty low on the list.
Well, like
Yeah, it would be.
7x7 is too big, and like it has because I think 5x5 is probably like good because it's short enough, but it has like all of the like aspects of big cubes, I guess. But it's not like 6x6 where you can get triple parity that destroys your solves. It's much less like luck based kind of.
I still don't know whether my favorite big cube is 5 or 6, because 6 is like, it's like a way bigger cube than 5 obviously, but I don't know, I just like making my own centers.
Okay, so now next topic is being an all-rounder versus specializing in one event.
Okay. I thought I cut out. I thought my internet just died.
Yeah, I thought my Wi-Fi died. I'm
That
like, what
was
the
Same.
heck?
I thought like I have these weird
We
ass
should-
headphones that like
We
half
just
the
leave
time
that.
I can't
We just
hear
leave that
stuff.
silence in.
Yes, we
Yeah, I
should.
thought the Wi-Fi cut out. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, that was interesting. But essentially, my thoughts on being an all-rounder and specialization is that with all-rounders, it's only really worthwhile if you like all events, which I don't really enjoy doing. Because, like, if you're being an all-rounder and say you like all events but you don't like square one, you still have to end up practicing square one, and that kind of defeats the purpose of cubing for me. I only really cube because it's fun and not because, like, I want to get good at everything. That's one reason why I only practice one-handed anyways.
So like, I mean, it's kind of a bit of a place in the middle because there's like the two extreme ends of the spectrum. There's like you're the like sum of ranks guy that only cares about sum of ranks and just looks at it and sees which one you have the worst ranks in and just only practices that and then just like tries to make sure you have like the best, like the same rank in every event or something. Then there's the other side where you just literally only practice one event. So there's a lot of places in the middle.
Anto.
Yeah.
I mean,
One-handed
So-
is a great event and it's very fun. But basically, like,
yeah.
I'm personally a specialist. I just practice one-handed. And one good thing about being a specialist is that you improve really fast in the event that you specialize in, which, like, no one would have guessed. But it's kind of an advantage with, like, you have one world ranking or, like, one event where you have chances to get national ranks and stuff like that. So it's pretty worthwhile to do. At least if you live in a
Yeah.
country, like, or in a region like Hong Kong, where the NRs aren't as good as they are in, say, Australia
or a
or
small
something.
country like New Zealand.
That's the same in New Zealand. The NRs aren't, they're not that good.
Yeah.
I guess being like a specialist is a bit more showy as well. Like, oh hey, I hold the, I don't know, 3-blind world record or 5-blind whatever world record. It's much more like, I don't know, you
Yeah.
can show off with that than,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
I'm kind of
And if you,
generally
like-
good at solving old twisty puzzles, but not really good at
Any of them.
one of them, just kind of all of them.
If you care about being well known, then it's probably like easier to become famous in cubing if you're like really, really good at one event rather than being kind of good at every event.
Yeah.
I mean,
Definitely.
I'd say I'm.
That's why some Rue solvers are famous, like UD.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been famous if he didn't use Rue or didn't do one-handed.
Yeah. I'd say I'm more of an all-rounder, but I'm not like decent at anything. Maybe clock, but that's like only in New Zealand because no one here does clock really. But I find
So-
going to comps and doing most of the events there more fun than just focusing on one event. That's the reason I like do a lot of events. I don't know. I just find it more fun.
So what I do is I probably practice like half of the events, but most of them I don't really do that much, but I just do them enough that I don't get worse. So like in my first like year of cubing I practiced a lot of different events and stuff. Got to a point where I was like decently good at them, and then like in the first part of this year I just kind of went through and got like slightly better at most of them. And then at this point I just practice like 2 events and then do like a few solves every week in every other event to make sure I don't get worse at them. So I have about like 5 to 10 events that I sort of do, but I only have like 2 events that I really practice and care about, which are 3x3 and Imperial.
Yeah.
I think the sad thing for me is that I only practice 3x3 and like nothing else. because I'm comparatively like actually okay at it. Like, but my OH is disgusting, and my big cubes are just disgusting. So, I guess that's why I only practice like one event.
OH is good, except when you're trash at turning, and it like you do like 3 solves and your hand hurts.
See, my like 2 gen is like actually I think pretty fast, honestly, but for CFOP and OH kind of
I
sucks.
still use pointer finger up roam.
Oh no.
Oh,
Please. My 2gen TPS was always really garbage. Even when I was averaging like, right now my 2gen TPS is still garbage compared to people who average like 15 with CFOP. Their 2gen turning is so much better than mine. But like,
Well, with CFOP, you have to rely more on high TPS, I guess.
yeah.
And being able to rotate, which is really tough. I don't know how people rotate so fast. But like,
Table
'cause
abuse.
they have rotations, and like ruse solvers learn finger tricks for stuff like F and B and like B2, F2, and like obviously M and like S. So like we know many finger tricks. Oh yeah, of course A-dos as well, where you do U2 in one motion. But we know more finger tricks than most CFOP solvers, but we just don't know how to turn. So yeah, that's why we're kind of like slow at one-handed.
Yeah. I don't.
I'm waiting for like some Ru OH solver to like actually up their TPS and become like, I don't know, global sub 10 OH.
Oh, so Kian.
Yeah, Keon pretty
Yeah.
much.
his turning isn't even that good compared
Yeah.
to like Max or Patrick. He's just the best ruse solver at blocks.
Max is
Yeah.
just TPS spam basically. Like he is like efficient, but it's
Like TPS don't pause.
yeah.
Well, that's like Max's style on
Yeah.
3x3. His solutions aren't like particularly efficient, and he doesn't use any advanced alg sets, but he can spam so fast with like so little pauses that it's still like second best in the world anyway, which is like really
Isaac's
interesting.
back.
The thing is, his solutions are actually pretty efficient. They're not like as
Yeah, but,
inefficient as other people think.
Yeah.
No, I know, but like compared to like Felix or something, he's probably got some worse things, some like worse F2L solutions.
Does Max still double
Yeah.
flick U2s? Oh, not 2H, but
He doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't
Okay.
still. I think that's just due to like I don't know,
Yeah.
just because he can't, and like fair enough.
Yeah.
So basically, I guess we'll wrap up this particular question. If you really want to be an all-rounder, go for it. Specialization has a lot of benefits, which we're not going to go over because you should have been paying attention. And probably
What were the
is
top
to
5
specialise.
reasons that you should be specially?
Probably like specialize in one event, but if you like want to do more than one thing, then do like a couple of events. But like if you don't want to go all out and have to practice heaps to be decent, then like just like 1 or 2 events
Yeah.
is probably good.
So should we go on to the third question?
Yep.
Okay, so solving in a fun way versus solving in a fast way.
Fast. That's just because
Yeah.
efficiency is cool and stuff.
I find
Yeah,
I
but in
find
some
getting better
cases-
times the fun part of it. So if you use a faster way, then
Yeah.
it would be more fun.
Well,
Well,
I
that
guess it depends on whether you get more enjoyment from solving like in an interesting way, or like if you get more enjoyment out of maybe having it be more boring, but you get better times.
Yeah.
I do find like the occasional just kind of trashy ruse or OH solve, I don't know, kind of fun just to muck around with when I don't have a thing to time myself with. So I guess there's that of just, I don't know, playing with the cube.
Doing 3 blind is just a fun way of
It's-
doing 3x3.
Yeah.
Oh, have you ever done like a timed 3x3 solve using old Pokemon?
Yes. And into.
It's so fun, and you could just spam so much and look
Yeah.
ahead like really easily.
For me, I've basically had experience with this thing itself where at one point my A-do LSE was slower than my like normal U prime LSE. Where whenever I have a U2, instead of doing a U2 like in one motion, I did like U prime.
Huh.
So at some point my ADUs were way slower, but they were so fun, so much more fun than U prime. So like maybe sometimes solving in a fun way will eventually get faster, even though it is slower currently. And like, yeah, it might be worth considering whether what you're doing as like being fun is actually like worth pursuing and worth getting good at.
Yeah. I think I still do U prime because I just can't use my left hand so well.
ADUs are hard. They're really hard to get used to.
Yeah.
I don't remember when I started using ADUs, but I believe it was when my global was 13. I'm not exactly sure. I think that was when ADUs started becoming popular, because like UD showed some of his Apple finger tricks on the Root Method Speed Solvers Facebook group, and that's when I started ADUing, and I really haven't looked back from there. ADUs are really good and fun.
They're fun, yeah. Like, just doing U2 AD, they're fun, definitely.
Okay.
Is there really anything else we need to say on this?
I don't really think so.
I think a lot of people
Yeah, okay.
like say that crap. I forgot. Mainly 4x4 this also applies to as well.
Using reduction on 4x4.
Not reduction, but
Right.
like more Hoya versus Yao. People call Hoya more fun, but less efficient.
Yeah.
That's
Hoya is so
Hoya
much worse.
isn't
Well, I
that
don't know,
great for
but
4x4 in my opinion.
yeah.
But for 5x5 and like up, it starts getting better as the cube gets larger. But like basically with that, I switched from Yao to Hoya because I did not like the Yao edge pairing stage. And like very recently I switched from Hoya to Meyer because I didn't like 3x3 stage with Yao. So yeah, there's that. I really did not like C-Fault 3x3 stage. So that's like one thing where it's like, do you solve for fun or do you solve like the objectively faster way? And in some situations, solving the fun way is will motivate you to practice more, which will get you faster at the event than if you had done like something else which was objectively faster.
I think what makes me want to
Yeah.
practice more is improvement, so doing it a faster way I'd say would be better for me.
So, next segment is True Truths
True
and One
Truths.
Lie. True Truths. They're
Two-
truths that are
two
true. Two
truths, one lie.
truths. There's two of them. So, basically, everybody has come up with 3 statements. 2 of them are true. 1 of them is not. And just gonna go through them and try and guess, like, which one is the lie.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, yeah, we're just going to read it out and then let every person guess which one it is. So we've got A, B, C for each of them, and yeah. So shall I do mine first?
Alright.
So A is my personal best on 3x3 one-handed is 13 seconds. B is I solved a 3x3 in front of an entire theatre. And C is I'm the fastest 3x3 cuber at my school.
Okay, so I think it's A.
Same.
But the reason that I'm not suspicious of B is because, like, that sounds like a pretty generic lie. So you'd probably, if you had done that, you'd probably put it in there so people would think it was a lie.
Okay. Do you guys want to like type out your answers below mine? And we'll do that for all of them.
And the reason I think that your PB on OH is not 13 is because you average like 30, so there's no way that you could do that.
Okay.
I honestly have no idea.
Everyone make a guess?
Yeah.
Okay, so I
Okay,
think it's
sure.
A.
When do you guys think it is?
I don't know. I'll guess A,
Alright.
because someone else
A.
did.
Okay. So Jasper, you're next. You copy.
Yeah, A.
I see you copy my question. Okay.
A for me as well.
Alright.
Okay, what's the answer?
Are you gonna do it after or after each one?
Yeah, let's do it after everyone.
The lie was.
No, because they
Actually-
might not remember what everyone
Yeah.
said.
So you all think it's A?
So just say it now.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
Well, I was actually C. There's
What?
one
What?
cuber faster than me at my school who
Okay.
averages like sub 13 just. It's slightly faster. I think.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
how
I
the
think,
heck did he
I
get
think
a
the 13
13
was,
on OH?
It was a while ago, but it was like.
It was a
I
hand
don't
scramble,
think it
wasn't
was a hand scramble, but I'm pretty sure it was either like a soon PL skip or something like that. It was like an easier or low PL skip, something like that.
What about the F2L?
That was a good F12. I usually can get like, I don't know, 13 F12. Done this shit at last layer.
Oh, are you just
Yeah.
like really bad at doing like two-handed algorithms
Yeah,
on one
that's
handed?
bad
Oh,
last
right,
layer.
okay.
That's not even that hard. For PL when I'm doing C4 OH, I do two-handed PLL algs and OL algs, and I'm still pretty good at them. It's just getting used
Yeah,
to like
same.
hard finger tricks.
Yeah.
Mm. But there are some that are super nasty
Yeah.
Like which ones?
though.
I guess V, but like OH V perm is really good, so I learned that.
Yeah.
Use APIM, JPIM for that.
Oh my god. Okay, now I'm gonna go with mine. So, I could not think of any ideas, so I just copied Liam. Well, not for all of them, but for one of them. So the first one is my PB on OH is 13. And B is kind of like the fastest 3x3 solver at my school, but I think Liam knows that me and Dwayne go to the same school and that we average about the same, so that's probably a bit questionable. So I have the best world rank
Or in any event.
in any event in my school. So and the third one is that my Megaminx main is the X-Men Galaxy V2 LM.
I have no idea about any of this. I feel like for A, the fact that you like got my question exactly the same means that this one could be a lie, because it happens to be the exact same time as mine that I chose, or that I got. But like, it could have also happened to be 13 anyway, so I'm not sure. I feel like Dwayne might have a faster world ranking than you in Skew.
Faster
Or
world
better
ranking.
I'm not sure. Honestly, I was going with. I need to think about this. Do you guys want to go?
I would have no idea.
C,
Um,
C, cause like why would you state your main? It's a really dumb guess, but I guess C.
I guess so.
I don't know. I'll go B because B.
I'm actually so all on different ones. So I'm gonna go with A anyway, because I feel like you just took my question and I can't really happen to be
Okay,
the same
so
thing.
who was right? I'm gonna drag this out. No, just kidding. That would be annoying. The answer is B.
I got it.
So my PB on OH is actually is 13
dear.
seconds, because I average like 17 to 18 on one-handed, and I don't do a lot of sols. So that was just the time where I got a pretty nice sol, like with like nice flow and stuff, and not an annoying last layer, I guess. And when I saw you did that, I copied it, so it would look like I
Yeah,
copied it
you got
because I
me with
couldn't be
that.
bothered to think of a lie. And the deal with C is that I was originally going to do that my main was the X-Men Galaxy V2 M, and then have it as the lie because it's technically
Oh
a
my
slightly
God, that
different
would
cube to
suck.
be annoying. But then I realized that would sound suspicious. Why would he specify that? So I put it in so that it would seem like it was true. And Dwayne's Scube ranking is like I think he's 267th, and I'm 270th for Pyraminx average.
Okay.
Yes, I will. Hell yeah.
Alright, for mine, my one-handed PB single is sub 8, and like for B, it's my one-handed global and my two-handed global is the same, like at this current time, and my favorite LSE style is Austin Moore's.
Okay, so assuming that you average like 11 or so OH, your PB single would probably be sub 8, because I know people like Oliver and stuff who average like 14 and they have sub 8, I think. And
Yeah, but I use Rue.
oh yeah,
Rue,
that's
yeah.
another point.
You can't get as
Yeah.
lucky with Rue.
I was thinking, that's only a couple seconds off, and it usually is compared to what you average, even on OH, I'd say.
I'm gonna go C because like it'd be you'd be lying about your favorite LSE style being Austin Moores.
And I feel like for B, I saw in the Facebook group and stuff that your OH average was worse. Like no, your OH average was better than your 2H one. And I'm pretty sure
Oops. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you've been saying a lot how you average about the same. So yeah, I'll go with C as well.
Wait, how do you average faster on one-handed? Because
You don't practice
if
two-handed, and then
Yeah.
you lose, and then your look ahead.
Oh.
Your look ahead for two-handed caps at your one-handed speed, but you're able to turn faster for two-handed. So then you can't look ahead for two-handed. That's what happens.
Oh, right. Okay, that makes sense. So I'm gonna say it's 8 because when I averaged like sub 12 on 3x3, it took me quite. It took me quite a while to get a sub 8. So it is possible to not have one. And also it kind of seems like obvious that you would have one. So that seems like the least suspicious one.
I think
So,
like you
I'm gonna
mentioned
say-
something about the sub 8. I can't remember. It's been a while.
I think the first one is the lie. I'm pretty sure the second one is true, and I have no idea what C even
Yeah,
means,
same.
so I'm just gonna like say it's true.
So what are your guesses?
And like
I'm gonna go with A.
C.
B is a lie.
What?
Oh, why?
Yeah.
You got it wrong.
My two-handed global average is something like it's anywhere from 9.5 to 10.5, and I have no clue. My one-handed global average is about 11.6, 11.5, something like that. But I don't practice 3x3, so I actually need to warm up for 3x3 before I do it, because I need to get my look ahead back. So that's why some of my averages in like the weekly competitions are faster one-handed than two-handed, because I don't warm up for two-handed.
Oh, okay.
Austin Moore's LSE style is beautiful. It's like, instead of doing actual M moves, he does R wide and
Yeah,
R
yeah,
moves.
yeah.
And it's beautiful. I love it.
Okay.
Alright, I guess I'll do mine then. For A, I placed 10th at Australian Nationals 2019. For B, I have an associate's diploma in playing the piano. And for C, I spend like half an hour a day cubing.
See,
You're like, I don't know. For B, you're like reading it out slowly, but that could be like, kind of make it seem like it is fake. That's pretty hard to think of.
Huh?
This is a fake one, so I'm gonna say B is true. A and C both seem like ones that you could use to like just stuff us up.
Okay, so you guys went for B
Um,
and C, so I'm gonna go with
no,
A
I'm
for
gonna-
variety, and also I
I
think
guess it.
you probably came like 11th or 9th or something, just to be like.
I'm gonna go
So,
with A as well. I'm thinking
what
A
is it?
because like I see you talk a lot on the Discord and stuff, but I don't know honestly. This is hard. B just seems too like
Or-
true and hard to make up. So, and you don't sound like the type of person who would practice a lot and stuff. Just say you like always talk and stuff. So I'm gonna go with A.
I'm like pretty confident with C.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
I feel
what's the
like
answer?
you did place like 9th or something.
Okay, well, the lie was C, spending
That's
half an
right.
hour a day cubing. Yeah. Figured you'd get that.
Okay.
Yeah, B I actually do, because I'm a sad nerd. And A, so for those who didn't know, Australia, Worlds
Oh, yeah,
2019
yeah.
functioned as Australian Nationals
Forgot about
2019.
that.
Oh, that's why it's in quotation marks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
yeah, that's why I put emphasis on those words, because I guess the organisers didn't want to organise another kind of largish comp,
Oh yeah.
so they just doubled
I
it
think you
up.
told me you were the 10th Australian as well.
Oh
you
yeah,
told me that.
I think I counted it wrong when I first like checked the second round. I think I counted myself as like 9th, but it ended up being 10th. So yeah,
That was a good trick question.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so that's all the segments you really
So-
have.
I guess that's about it. Now, this is very important. Guys, if you want the like questions to be longer than like 2 minutes, actually leave questions
And
this
if you want to be
time.
mentioned.
Like,
Because we'll see our name in it.
yeah. Yeah, we had 2 people leave questions, and that's like, come on, we can do better than that. Last time, like, it had 65 views, so there's a lot of you guys that are not commenting. So if you're listening to this, your challenge to be a gamer is leave a comment.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the end of that. But yeah, thank you guys for joining for this episode. It's good to have you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
I guess we'll end it off here.